It's hard to put the effort in to create greatness, but it's a lot harder to accept the reality that you could have been great.
You have something special. You have greatness in you. I wanted to come on and talk after a tool that there's no excuses. Sure, stuff is happening, and it's difficult where we are, but we have a power within us to handle this. See, at the end of the day, here's what we know: that you were born and designed, all of us, for success.
But I'll say it again, I would rather you confront, fight, and fail than for you just to settle for the comfort of remaining the same. Change is tough, but change is possible for some of you. The world's not going to become easier all of a sudden. No, as you mature, you're going to have more responsibilities, more things that people expect out of you. But the truth is, you can do hard things. The truth is, as long as there's breath in your lungs, there's hope in your heart.
Yo, we all are great. We all should think that we're great. There's no reason for you to not think that you're great. If you don't think you're great, ask yourself why. Why don't you think the highest of yourself? When you do, people have no choice but to follow suit. Be you unapologetically, and as you are correcting or fixing or evolving in you, understand that you got a dope thing to look back at, and that's the old you versus the new attempt in who you are trying to be. That to me is beautiful. It's the story, man. You know, we're all writing a book. What's your book look like? What does your fucking book look like? Like your life is a book.
So how do we begin to nurture that hunger? What are the characteristics or the qualities of people that are hungry? What will it take for me to get some of the things that I want? And being hungry for those things, you got to work on yourself. It's very important that you engage in an ongoing process to develop you. Spend more time on yourself than what you've been spending. It's very important. You owe that to yourself. I was reading a book by Og Mandino called The University of Success. Read one line, gave me a chill. I didn't have to read anything else in the book. He said, many of us never realize our greatness because we become sidetracked by secondary activity. We spread ourselves too thin. Don't know how to say no. And we find ourselves doing all kinds of things and never ever have time to do those things that we need to do to work on ourselves.
In order to achieve greatness, you must first believe you can. This is the most important one. Because for some of you, the reason why you're not taking advantage of this opportunity is not because you don't believe in it, you don't believe in you. I don't know if I belong here, and I'll never forget. I had a conversation with Les Brown. Les Brown had called me to Orlando. We sat in the hotel, and I left, and I started talking to Les, and I started naming like, yo, you, Les Brown, this person, #1 in the world. He said, don't you ever say that again. I said, don't say what? He said, you the best in the world right now. I said, what? He said, you the best in the world right now. There's nobody as good as you in the world. You're the best right now. The only reason you're not the best right now is because you don't believe you're the best now. And when you walk out this room, I want you to go in the mirror and tell yourself, I'm the best right now. He said, before you even become #1, start to proclaim it and say it long before it happens. Say, I'm the #1 motivational speaker in the world. And when I was number 20, I started saying, I'm the #1 motivational speaker in the world. And I went to the computer, and the world said exactly what I said, that Eric Thomas is #1 in the world. I spoke it, the world heard it, and it activated. Your problem is that you don't believe you belong here.
If we don't make an effort, if we don't apply force, we don't change. Our lives will just continue as they are. That's what we're up against. And it's not easy. It takes effort because nature doesn't want to change. It just wants to keep going in that same path that it's been going on. Your nature, my nature doesn't want to change. it would rather just kind of conserve energy, just continue doing what it's doing. We would rather continue doing what we're doing. Just that easy path, let things stay the same, just keep doing what we're doing. That's what we have to fight against. Because if we don't take action, if you don't take action, then nothing's going to change.
It isn't a quick path, and there are no shortcuts. Meditation won't get you there, and neither will a miracle drug or an organic supplement or some superfood. Getting better isn't a hack or a trick or a one change that you need to make. Getting better is a campaign. It's a campaign. It's a daily, a weekly, it's an hourly fight. An incessant fight that doesn't stop against weakness and against temptation and against laziness. It's a campaign of discipline. It's a campaign of hard work and dedication. It's waking up early and going to bed late and grinding out every second in between. Every single day. So, you want to get better? You want to self-improve? Stop looking for a shortcut and go find your alarm clock and find your discipline and find your guts and your passion and your drive and find your will. And then you will find your freedom.